Greetings, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman, and here with the Strat-O-Matic base. Greetings, everybody. Jeffrey the Strat-O-Matic base. It's the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network, just barely. And we are getting started here. And we've got a ball game. It is the Baltimore Orioles at the Chicago White Sox, opening day for both teams. And Rick has arrived. Great to see you, Rick. About 3 minutes from now, we'll go through the opening lineups here. I'm going with my tiny whites, my tinies. I got the orange for Baltimore. All right. Just about 2 minutes, we'll go through the opening lineups here. And Kathy Harden has arrived. And now we're really ready to go. About a minute and a half, we'll go through the opening lineups here. I got my two tiny whiteys here, along with an orange. The green will come back, but I just thought for today, we're gonna go just a little change here. Oh, that's the share. Oh, that is so good. Thank you, Kathy Harden, for being here. Absolutely, and ditto to that. I wish I could do it as quickly. Absolute little good luck for the ball game, and just a little more. And it's time. The tweet is up and the tweet is good. I haven't even checked. There it is. and it's a beauty. It's got a, I'm going to just describe it to you all. It's a cover of Time magazine from September 1964. It's got Hank Bauer, the manager of the Orioles, on the cover. And there's a little banner that reads, "Baseball, the year they made a game of it." And I think that must speak to the New York Yankee dynasty. Even though the Yankees did win the pennant this year, it's only by a game, which is just fascinating. The White Sox came in second place, 1 game behind, and the Orioles in third place, 2 games behind. Yankees, White Sox, Orioles won 99, 98, and 97 games respectively. It's very interesting. That was a close race. The NL is close. St. Louis, Philly, Cincinnati, and San Francisco separated from 1 to 3 games. Let's look at our opening lineups. It's going to be, and this is opening day for these clubs. It's going to be Milt Pappas, the right-hander, on the mound. He was 16-7 in real world, 2.96. And Gary Peters, the southpaw, amazing year, 20-8, 2.50. And he's a left-hander. That's a card that I can really get into. Let's look at the lineups. Leading off for the Orioles, these are exact lineups. It's Jack Brandt in center field. Batting second is Louis Aparicio at short. It's interesting. He went from the White Sox to the Orioles and then back to the White Sox and then the Yankees. Batting fourth, it's Boom Boom Powell playing left field. That's batting third. Batting fourth is Norm Seaburn. Left-handed hitter, will be going against Peters. Batting fifth and catching is John Orsino. Batting sixth in right field, Sam Bowens. Batting seventh, the most valuable player in real world this year in the American League, Brooks Robinson. Look at his year. Batting eighth at second base, Jerry Adair. And the pitcher, Milt Pappas. For the Chicago White Sox, again, they won a lot of games. Yeah. I heard that Gene Mauch pitched Jim Bunning out of order too soon for the Phillies in that stretch. Leading off for the White Sox, Jim Landis in center field. Batting second at second base, here's someone you may remember, Don Buford. I guess that's where he started. He'll play second. It's funny, he only played second and third, no outfield. Batting third, Floyd Robinson in right field. Batting cleanup is Jim Nicholson. Now this card is, Jim Nicholson in left. I'm sorry. Batting fifth is Joe Cunningham. He's at first base. He played for the White Sox a bit at the beginning, then was traded to Washington. Batting sixth, and some of you may recognize this name, Ron Hansen. He's on the 69 White Sox. He's the first thus far at short. Pete Ward, batting seventh. He's also on the 69 White Sox. And I'm using him rather than Charlie Smith. Charlie Smith actually played in this game. He started on the White Sox in '64, played in 2 games, and then was traded to the Mets. I really didn't think it was worth pulling him from the Mets for that. And batting eighth, and Met fans will surely remember him. This is where he was. Chicago, J.C. Martin. He's a 2, okay, 2 minus 2. And the pitcher, left-hander Gary Peters, a 20-game winner in real world. The Orioles won this one 5-3. Pappas pitched 5 innings, then Dick Hall came in, and Stu Miller finished the last 3 innings and got the win. For the White Sox, Peters went 7, and then Wilhelm came in, he got the loss, and then John Buzzhart came in to relieve Wilhelm. And think about that, Hoyt Wilhelm, 5 years younger, is on this ball club. I thought maybe I would just take a minute or two with you. You saw the, just to go through these franchises rather quickly, just to give you an idea. Baltimore Orioles, of course, we have Pappas starting, and he's one of their main pitchers, if not their main pitchers. There's also Russ Snyder, and you'll see he only had 93 at bats. Wally Bunker, my goodness, 19 and 5, my goodness. Here's an aging Robin Roberts, but he was 13 and 7, my Christ. Here's a young Dave McNally, he was 9 and 11, wasn't very good. And as far as the bullpen and spare starters, you have Stu Miller. He was very good. You have Harvey Haddix, who is very good, if not excellent. Steve Barber can start and relieve. Dave Vineyard, primarily a starter. Dick Hall, excellent reliever. And you got to count on some of them. You got Chuck Estrada, who was not good. And then here are some of the utility players, Russ Snyder along with the others. So that is the team, basically. Now we'll go just look quickly, just so we're oriented, to the Chicago White Sox. And Kathy Harden for the O's. Of course, it's Gary Peters, their ace, 20 and 8 on the season. You have Joe Horland. Look at Joe Horland, 13 and 9. Look at that, 1.88 ERA. Juan Pizarro. Yeah, these wins 98 wins, they don't come from nowhere. 19 and 9. Ray Seibert he had 19 starts, 6 and 7. John Buzzhart, who pitched in this game in real world, 10 and 8, primarily a starter. By the way, here's Jerry McNertney, who's on Seattle eventually. Al Weiss was on this team. Tom McCraw's on the 69 team. Mike Hirschberger, I forgot which 69 team he is on. The bullpen is Wilhelm. Eddie Fisher, who could also start, but primarily relief. Frank Baumann, not too good. Didn't pitch too much. Don Mossy, not bad at all. And you got the, here's another catcher, Camilio Carrion, and Gene Stevens. And then Fred Talbot can start and relieve, primarily a starter. So there are your Chicago White Sox. Kathy Harden for the Orioles, no surprise there. And we are at Comiskey Stadium, and the White Sox take the field. No shenanigans today. I have Nighthawks right after the game, about 7:15 p.m. We hope to see you. Rhodes Scholar has arrived, and Jack Brandt steps into the box for the Orioles. Okay, Peters is ready. The windup and the pitch to Brandt. That is 2-8, left-handed, and he struck him out. And the White Sox fans have something to cheer about already. There's one down. Here's Louis Aparicio. And Rhodes Scholar playing ball. Aparicio now facing Peters. The windup by Peters and the pitch to Louis. That's 5-6 right-handed, and that's a drive hit out. It's going to be a single for Louis. And Louis is a double-A. Wow. Oh. J.C. Martin -2. He should put a cramp in that. He had 57 stolen. He'll be a 1-13 being held. And here's Boom Boom Pal, the young Boom Boom. Okay, Peters now from the stretch with Aparicio on first. And the pitch to Powell. That's 5-6 left-handed, and that is a base hit by Powell to right. Aparicio goes to second and holds. It's first and second for the Birds. One down. Here's Norm Seaburn. So it's a remarkably close race in the American League. Yeah, he went to the exactly. Isn't that interesting? He went to the Red Sox at the end. Norm Seaburn, a left-handed hitter. This will be lefty-lefty. Here's Peters now. 3-5 left-handed. He walked him. Whoa, tough start here for Gary Peters. He has loaded the bases with Birds. And only one out, and here's John Orsino. Infield's playing it back. The pitch from Peters. That is 5-10 right-handed. That's going to be a fly ball to left. It's shallow. Coming in is Nicholson. He makes the catch, throws it in. The runners hold. So it's 2 outs. And it's up to Sam Bowens to get a base hit or walk, lest the Orioles strand 3. Peters. The pitch to Bowens. 6-6 right-handed. That's a base hit by Bowens. That's going to score 2. Aparicio comes home. Powell comes home. Seaburn to third. It's 2-0 Birds. A clutch single by Sam Bowens here in the top of the first. Hitting the spots there on Peters. Now Brooks Robinson. They have any idea how good he was going to be because they put him 7th. Okay. We got action here in the top of the first. Peters trying to get out of this. It's still first and third, 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Brooks. That's going to be 5-8 right-handed, and he grounds it to third. Ward has it, throws to Cunningham, and the side is retired. But there were 2 runs for the Orioles here in the top of the first. On 3 hits, a walk, and 2 left on. After a half, it's Baltimore 2, Chicago White Sox coming to bat. Now we get a chance to look at Milt Pappas on the mound. He's a right-hander. He was 16-7, 2.96 for the season, real world. Jim Landis leads it off. Buford on deck, then Floyd Robinson. Here in the bottom of the first, White Sox trail 2-0. Beautiful, beautiful afternoon for a ball game. Okay, Pappas is ready. Here's the windup and the pitch to Landis. That's 1-5 right-handed. He walked him, so Landis is on to start it off for Chicago. And I plan to look more closely at these ball players as we, some of them I know very well. I could talk myself about them, but some of them, we're going to take a look at them as games go by. Now here's Don Buford, switch hitter. Buford started, I believe, on the White Sox. 1-16 running. Buford batting left-handed with Landis on first. Here's Pappas and the pitch to Buford. That's 3-3 right-handed. Grounds it to first. Landis advances to second. 1 out. I was going to consider a sacrifice by Buford. Now here's Floyd Robinson. 301 average, played just about every day. Wow. We'll have to check out what happened to him. Nicholson on deck. Here's Pappas, the pitch to Robinson. And Ron has arrived. That's 311 right-handed. He walked him, so Pappas having a little trouble finding the strike zone here. It's first and second, 1 out. Here's Dave Nicholson. I'll have to check him out too. Look at those home runs on the right against right-handers. He only played 294, 13 home runs, 204 average. This is real world. Nicholson facing Pappas. Here's the pitch to Nicholson. That's 3-7 right-handed, and he walked him. The bases are loaded. So now the White Sox have the bases loaded all through walks by Pappas, who's having a tough time finding that strike zone. Nicholson on first, Floyd on second, Jim Landis on third. Joe Cunningham comes to the plate. Infield is back. Hey, Philip Reynolds has arrived. The pitch to Cunningham. That's 6-9, left-handed, pops him up to first, and Seaburn makes the catch. It's 2 away, so Pappas will try to get out of this facing Hansen. Just like Baltimore, they had bases loaded, 1 out. Now it's 2 away. Pitch from Pappas. That is 5-7. And he struck him out. So Hansen strikes out swinging. And the side is retired. That's a shame for the White Sox. No runs, no hits, 3 walks, and 3 left on. After 1, it's 2-0. Okay, Peters now. He allowed 2 in the first. See if he can settle down here. He'll face Jerry Adair, Pappas, and then back to the top with Brandt. Okay, Peters gets the sign from J.C. Martin. And the pitch to Adair. 4-4 catcher X. Martin 2-8. That'll be 9-2. That'll be 8. Martin, it's a dribbler in front of the plate. And he boots it. He can't find the handle. It's an error on JC. Adair is on. And here comes Milt Pappas. He's a C bunter. We'll let him hit away. Okay, Peters now. From the stretch. And the pitch to Pappas. That's 5-8, right-handed. Grounds it to third, forcing a dare. Pappas is on with 1 out. Now Jack Brandt. Brandt struck out in the first. Beautiful crowd of about 22,000 here at Comiskey for opening day. I bet you they get better attendance later in the year when they're battling for this frickin' pennant. Okay, here's Peters. The pitch to Brandt. 2-9, left-handed, struck him out. That's the second time he got Brandt on strikes. And his second of the ball game. 104. It's 2 down. And here's Louis Aparicio with Pappas on first. Peters is set. And the pitch. That's 4-11 right-handed. Fly ball left X. Nicholson 3-8. That's 14-3, and he makes the catch. And the side is retired. So Peters looked a bit better there. No runs, no hits. The error, 1 left. 2-0 in the middle of the second here. Pappas lucked out. He walked 3 and with 1 out, got out of it. A pop-up and then another strikeout. It's going to be Pete Ward leading it off, then JC and Peters here in the bottom of the second. Pappas gets the sign from Orsino and the pitch to Ward. That's 111. And he pops it behind the plate. Off with the mask. Orsino makes the catch, 1 out. Here's J.C. Martin. Not going to use him against left-handers. Here's Pappas. That's 2-6, and it's a base hit by Martin to center field. Thrown in by Brandt. So Martin is on. And Gary Peters, a beat bunter, they will let him hit away. He is a good hitter. Look at him, 7 NL. Okay, Pappas from the stretch. Here's the pitch. That's 2-4, and that is a double down the line. Martin goes to third and holds. How do you like that? Gary Peters helping the cause. A double down the line for Gary Peters off his own card. He's on second, Martin on third now. With 1 out, here's Landis. Fly ball can do it. Okay, Pappas in a little bit of a jam here in the bottom of the second. Sox down by 2. Second and third, 1 down. He's ready, and the pitch to Landis. That is 3-9 right-handed, and that's a drive hit out into left. Running for it is Powell. Oh, the big man makes the catch. The big man made the catch. Martin did tag, but I want to tell you that was a good catch by Boom Boom Powell. It was a deep shot, and to see that big man on his horse is quite a thing to see. But it was deep enough for Martin to tag, even though I don't think he's got too much speed. No. Indeed, Road Scholar. That's a good run by Boom Boom. So it's 2 outs now. Peters held on second. And it's a 2-1 ball game. Okay, here's Buford. Buford switch hitter batting left. Some people believe that this year could be the year that the Yankees don't win the pennant. And they think that these two teams are in contention to make that happen. Okay, Buford grounded to first in the first. 2 outs, Peters on second. Sox down by a run. Here's the pitch. That's 3-3 right-handed. Grounds it to first. And Seaburn has it. Takes it himself to the bag, and the side is retired. But a run for the Chi Sox. On 2 hits, a sacrifice fly, a beautiful gallop by Boog Powell. And after 2, it's 2-1. This is the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. We'll be back in about 2 minutes. And we'll continue this ball game. Stand by. I remember the same Rick. Oh yeah, it's continuing quality improvement by Rick, by Strat-O-Matic. Gary Peters takes the mound for the White Sox. They trail now only by 1. Let's see if Peters can stay calm here. It's going to be Boom Boom to lead it off. He singled and scored in the first on the base hit by Bowens. The clutch 2-out single. Peters, this is lefty-lefty. Winds and deals. That's 1-7, and he struck him out. That is the third for Gary. Now Norm Seaburn. This is lefty-lefty. Al Lopez managing the White Sox. Standing on the dugout steps with his right foot. Kneeled. Okay, Peters. Here's the pitch to Seaburn. That's 6-11, left-handed, fly ball center. Playable by Landis. It's 2 away. So maybe opening inning jitters there for Peters. We'll see. He had a great year the year before this. Bewitching we will go indeed. Oh, indeed. He allowed 2 in the first. He seems to have settled down. Here's John Orsino, the Birds catcher. Right-handed hitter. Pitch from Peters. That's 5-11 right-handed. Fly ball right. Floyd Robinson trying to get under that. He's a 2-4. That'll be 8. That'll be 4. Let's see if he can get this, Robinson. 6, yes he does. A nice running catch by Floyd. And the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 for Gary Peters. to the Orioles in the top of the third. We're heading to the bottom of the third now, and it's a 2-1 ball game. Here's Pappas. He's had trouble both innings. Walked 3 in the first, left him on. Allowed a run, including a double by Peters last inning. It's going to be Floyd now. 2 nice catches by the outfielders who then lead off the next inning. Here's Floyd Robinson. Oh, indeed, Floyd. Pappas into his windup, and the pitch to Floyd. 1-7, and that's a base hit by Floyd. He is a 301 hitter. How do you like that? We're going to have to get used to that. Floyd Robinson with a nice single up the middle off Pappas. Hey, Ron, happy Labor Day to you. It's Dave Nicholson now. That's fouled back and out of play. Souvenir for a lucky fan. 204 hitter, 13 home runs. Lord. I guess they bring him in. Okay. Whatever. Floyd Robinson with a short lead off first, nobody out. Nicholson walked in the first. I do remember that, sure, Rick. I remember them. I remember the Astros. I'll tell you one thing, though. I liked the A's. I liked their wild uniforms. Okay, Pappas from the stretch. The pitch to Nicholson. That is 5-5. Right-handed. He flies it to right. Under it is Sam Bowens. Makes the catch. It's 1 away. Floyd holds at first. Here's Joe Cunningham. Oh, I remember, yeah. I wasn't really fond of the Astros or the White Sox. I like the A's. I'm trying to think who else might have, you had teams who would never do that. Cardinals, Yankees, even the Mets stayed within parameters. I don't know. Maybe the Expos were a bit, but not too much. Okay, Cunningham popped to first in the first. With Floyd on first now, it's 1 out. And Pappas throws 3-9, and he grounds it back to Pappas. He forces Floyd at second. And Cunningham is safe with 2 outs at first base. Now Ron Hansen. There was some crazy things that happened in the 70s. They had, what was it called? Disco, Bring Your Records. The A's did a lot of promotions. Mustache Day. I mean, what you get from concession alone helps. Bring Your Wife night, the ladies' night. They had all sorts of strange things. 2 outs now with Cunningham on first, and Ron Hansen is the batter. Pappas, the pitch to Hansen. That's going to be 4-3 right-handed, grounds to third. X Brooks, 114. 5-1, he throws him out, and the side is retired. By the way, he can make an error or two. No runs, 1 hit. And 1 left. It's still 2-1 through 3 here. And it's Labor Day in real world. And it's April 14, 1964 in our replay. It's only the 3rd game of the season. Out of, I guess it's 1,162. or 1,620. That's a lot of games. Disco, yeah. You even had, I'll tell you this, some of you may remember, and you know, the radio broadcast of this game is on YouTube, and it's fun to listen to. It happened so suddenly. It was the last game of the season in Washington in 1971. They were going to go to Texas the next year. Bob Short was the owner, and the fans ran on the field before the game was over. It was against the Yanks, and the umps called it a forfeit. Now that, there's no place for that. Okay, Peters comes out. He's going to pitch the top of the fourth now. He has settled down since allowing 2 runs in the first. It's Sam Bowens who hit that big clutch single in the first to bring home Aparicio and Powell. Okay, Peters now. Bowens. 5'8", right-handed. He grounds it to third, and Ward has it, 1 away. Here's Brooks Robinson, the most valuable player in 1964 in real world, and he's batting 7th. That might change. I even might, but if they won this way, fine. I mean, I have attempting to let him bat 4th, for Christ's sakes. Okay, here's Peters. The pitch to Brooks, 212, hit him. Robinson gets hit. So he takes first with 1 out. Little close for comfort there, Mr. Peters. And here's Jerry Adair. Okay, Peters from the stretch. That's 112 left-handed, and he taps a single into left field, Jerry Adair. Brooks goes to second and holds. So Peters getting hit, no doubt now. It's going to be Milt Pappas. He's a 1 WR. It's a C bunter. We'll just let him hit away. The pitch to Pappas. That's going to be 6-6, right-handed. And there is a base hit. And he's going for 2, and he's got it. He slides in. Brooks scores. Oh, my. Now Milt Pappas helps his cause with a double. Peters doubled in the second. And now that's a sweet number right there. He's been hit, Baltimore's been hitting that number. I think that's the 3rd time. Milt Pappas hit it out, and I was surprised he went for it, and he just went into second. So it's second and third, a 3-1 ball game. And here's Jack Brandt. Brandt 0 for 2, struck out by Peters. Oh, is that so? What did, a forfeit? Here's the pitch to Brandt. That's 5-6 right-handed. Look at this, off Peters. It's a base hit by Brandt. Adair scores, Pappas scores, and it's a 5-1 ball game. Oh my. Oh my, oh my. They're hitting them out there. Yeah. That's Kathy Harden. Likes the O's. Now Brandt is on first with 1 out. There's a trip now. It's a lot of hits off of Peters. And Al Lopez is coming out to have a talk with him. Try to settle him down. And he's out there with him. Aparicio taking a few practice swings. Okay, Lopez going back to the dugout. He'll stay with Peters. But there is action in the White Sox bullpen. Hoyt Wilhelm, who pitched in this game in real world, is warming. And by the way, he got hit pretty bad. He got credit for 0 innings, but you could see he was very good. 1.99, 131 innings, 27 saves. Okay, Brandt on first, 1 down. Here's Aparicio at the plate. The pitch from Peters. 3-9. And that's a grounder to short, double play. Turned by Hansen. So it's 2 outs. And Boop Powell, 1 for 2 today. I'll tell you, Brandt must feel good. He did. Oh, that's the side. I'm so sorry, everybody. He didn't strike out this time. Okay, got 2-run single. 3 runs on 3 hits, a hit by pitch, and none left. And in the middle of the 4th, it's 5-1 Baltimore. Oh, I didn't know that. It's crazy things happen. I don't know if any of you remember the Yankees used to have bat day. Everyone got a bat. I think it was like a real bat. And they frickin' club. I mean, some of them, they get drunk and the Yankees are losing and they'd club each other over the heads with them. And it happened. I don't know how much it happened, but that's, we're animals. You know that. Humans are animals. Oh, shit. Okay, it's 5-1 Baltimore. We're heading to the bottom of the 4th. Pappas. He settled down pretty well in the 3rd. Here's Pete Ward. That's 110 right-handed, and he pops it up to second for Jerry Adair, 1 away. Now JC comes up. JC singled and scored. He went to 3rd on Peters' double and then came home on Landis's sacrifice fly to left, which was a nice catch by Boop Powell. Oh yeah, Disco Inferno. Here's Milt Pappas. 3-9, right-handed, grounds it to second, 2 away. Handled nicely by Adair, and here's Gary Peters. He's going to stick with Peters here. He is a 7NL. I imagine he might be better than some folks sitting on the bench. 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of the 4th. Here's the pitch to Peters. It's a ringer, 2-9. And that is a base hit by Peters, his 2nd hit of the game, both off his own card. 2-9 single, 1-18. There it goes. So Peters on first with 2 outs, and Landis is the batter. Pappas, the pitch to Landis. That's 4-7 right-handed, and he struck him out, and the side is retired. That's the 2nd for Pappas. No runs, 1 hit for the White Sox here in the bottom of the 4th. After 4, it's 5-2 Baltimore. I'm Jeffrey Guterman, and this is the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. And I'll be back in just a few minutes, just about 2 or 3 minutes for a slight break. Thank you. Oh, isn't that interesting? Those are some fascinating things, Rick. Some really fascinating things. I'll catch you all in a couple minutes. Kathy Harden. And we're back here at Comiskey Park. Oh yeah, well, it's mutual, Rick. I just read your text. You know, I learn a lot too. That's great. Yeah, I'm sure you learn from others. Yeah. Well, Gary Peters has been struggling today. He had a couple good innings, but he allowed 2 in the first, 3 in the fourth. This will be a big inning for him. He'll face Powell, Seaburn, and Orsino. Okay, Peters is ready, and Powell singled and scored and struck out. Here's the pitch to Pal. 3-5 left-handed, he struck him out. Boy, he really strikes out a lot. Well, he had 91, but only 424 at-bats. That'll be the fourth for Gary. Here's Norm Seaburn. The pitch from Peters. That's 3-6 left-handed, grounds it to first, and Cunningham takes it to the bag, two-way. Now Jack Orsino with 2 outs, nobody on. It's top of the fifth, Baltimore 5-1 over Chicago. 6-7 right-handed, grounder to second X. That's Buford, a 327. 17-3, and he throws him out, Buford. And the side is retired, and I'll tell you, he looked good there, Gary Peters. 1-2-3, bottom of the fifth now. It's Chicago coming up, and they've got some making up to do. Here's Pappas on the mound. Pitched pretty good baseball after a couple unsettling innings. Here's Buford, switch hitter batting left. By the way, speaking of early 70s stuff, it used to be on YouTube, not anymore, the debut of David Clyde for the Texas Rangers right out of high school. They destroyed him. Here's Pappas, the pitch to Buford. 3-5, he walked him. So Buford's on. Orsino a +2, so Buford would be a 1-12, but he won't go. He's being held. Here's Floyd Robinson. Okay, Pappas from the stretch. That's the fourth walk by Milt today. The pitch to Floyd. That is 5-7, left-handed. Grounds it to second. Adair steps on the bag, throws to Seaburn, and it's a double play. So that's all wiped out. 2 outs, nobody on. And Dave Nicholson comes up. There are interviews on YouTube of David Clyde in later years, much later, and he reflects on it. Okay, Pappas, the pitch to Nicholson. 4-6 right-handed, grounds it to short, and Aparicio has it. And the side is retired, so there's no runs for the White Sox. The walk, none left. 5-1 Baltimore through 5. We're doing Strat-O-Matic here. Gary Peters on the mound. He was 1-2-3 in the fifth. Let's see if he can stay in this groove, give the White Sox a chance to come back here. All right, Peters. The pitch to Bowens. That's 2-3 left-handed, and that is a liner to short, caught by Hansen. A very pretty play by Ron Hansen. 1 down. Here's Brooks Robinson. Brooks grounded to third, was hit by a pitch, and came home. Here's the pitch to Brooks. 6-10 right-handed, grounds it to third. That's for Ward, 323. 13, that's 23. Ward, can he get this? No, he cannot. It's booted by Ward. And Brooks is on. And here comes Jerry Adair. All right, Peters from the stretch with Brooks on first, one down. The pitch to Adair. 6-7 right-handed. Grounds it to second for Buford. He's a 327. 2-3, that's going to go through for a base hit. Brooks goes to third. He went to third on that. And Peters in trouble here. First and third one out, and Milt Pappas, they'll let him pitch to Pappas, but if they get any problems, we're going to pull him this early. Oh, okay, Peters. Here's the pitch to Pappas. That's 6-5, right-handed. Grounds it to short. They're going to try for two here. Hansen is a 222. That's a 1-2. It goes through for a base hit. Brooks Robinson scores. Adair goes to second. It's an unearned run. And here comes Al Lopez out to the mound. And that sounds like that's going to be it. It is. He's motioning with his right hand. That's for Wilhelm. Peters has been knocked out here. It's now a 6-1 ball game. And here comes Hoyt Wilhelm from the bullpen. Okay, Wilhelm pitched a lot, 131 innings. And that's all in relief. Wilhelm is taking his warm-ups now on the mound. It's 6-1 Baltimore. With one out, Brooks reached on the error by Ward at third. Adair singled. It was first and third, and then Pappas brought Brooks home with a base hit. It's first and second, one out. Wilhelm is ready. And it's the top of the order, Jack Brandt. He's 1 for 3. Knocked in 2 with a base hit in the fourth. Here's Wilhelm. And the pitch to Brandt. Watch for the knuckler. 3-8, right-handed, and that is a base hit by Brandt off a knuckler. Oh my, he just timed it perfectly. Adair scores, Pappas goes to third. Another run batted in for Jack Brandt. And that one's charged to Peters. Now it's Pappas on third, Brandt on first, still only one out. And here's Aparicio. it seems that Wilhelm is now having a brief talk with J.C. Martin, the catcher. Sounds like looks like a pretty, okay, he's ready. I haven't done this in a very, very long time. It's first and third, one out. The infield is back for the double play. Let's just see though. A one, it comes in. Okay, it's back. Aparicio and a bunter. Here's the pitch from Wilhelm. Whoa, it's a suicide squeeze. And Aparicio is thrown out at first, and home comes Pappas. Oh my! Oh my, oh my. I don't think we call that a sacrifice, do we? That's worth looking into. I think probably. A suicide squeeze. By Aparicio, the A bunter. It is recorded as a sacrifice, and what a sacrifice it was by Louis Aparicio, and that's going to make it a 7-1 ball game. So we can close Peters out. 8-1. 7 of them were earned. So Wilhelm a bit startled here. There are 2 outs now. Brandt is on second, and here's Powell. I don't do hit and runs, because I don't think that's really a good reflection of the unique hitter, you know. Here's the pitch to Powell. That's 1-8, and he walked him. So that on the knuckleball is doing some really funny things here. And Wilhelm is uninspiring thus far. Here's Seaburn. 2 outs, first and second, 3 in already. It's 8-1 Baltimore. Five, and he struck him out. So the side is finally retired. 3 runs, 1 of them unearned, on 3 hits, an error, a walk, a suicide squeeze by Louis Aparicio. And middle of the 6th, it's 8-1. Here's Milt Pappas. He's pitched pretty good baseball today. 1 run allowed. He has walked 4. Walked 3 in the first, loaded the bases. Okay, Pappas. Here's the pitch to Cunningham. .211, it's a base hit. A leadoff single. Off Pappas. White Sox down by 7. Now Ron Hansen. The pitch to Hansen. That's 6-6, and he flies it to center, 1 away. And Pete Ward, who made that error. Here's the pitch from Pappas. 5-7, left-handed, grounded to second. And Adair does it again. Identical to, almost identical to the double play he pulled in the 5th. So the side is retired, no runs. The single by Cunningham, none left. We're heading to the 7th. Okay, Wilhelm will take the mound. This might be his last inning. He might go with, I guess, a pinch hitter might help. John Orsino leading it off. Orsino 0 for 3. Okay, Wilhelm, the windup and the pitch to Orsino. 5-12 right-handed, grounds it to second. And that's for Buford, a 327. That's 17-3, and he throws him out. 1 down. Orsino 0 for 4 today. Here's Sam Bowens. 1 for 3, knocked in 2 runs in the first. Okay, Wilhelm. And the pitch. 5-9, right-handed, struck him out. That's a second by Wilhelm. The batter is Brooks Robinson. Brooks was hit by a pitch, reached on an error by Ward and scored. Hit by pitch and scored. Oh! I got it. These tinies are so hard. There's something. Here's the pitch to Brooks. 2-4, right-handed, pops it up too short. And Hansen makes the catch. It's a 1-2-3 this time for Wilhelm in probably his last inning. And it's still 8-1 Orioles. There is action in the White Sox bullpen. I could bring in Buzz Hart, but the game isn't close enough. He came in real world along with Wilhelm. So down 8-1. It's not like we're throwing in the towel, but we're going to bring in Frank Baumann with a 6.19 ERA. It does mean we're kind of throwing in the towel, but don't tell anybody. Baumann is a left-handed pitcher. He had 32 innings pitched all season. Baumann is warming. And we move to the bottom of the 7th. Pappas has been tough here since after the 2nd. It's going to be JC, a pinch hitter, and Jim Landis. Here's JC now to lead it off. The The wind-up by Pappas, and the pitch to Martin. 5-5, left-handed, struck him out. And that is the third for Milt. Let's see who's going to hit here for Wilhelm. Let's see who's coming in. We already took a look at their bench. My goodness. Well, I'm going to do this only because I want to. Okay? And he's not as bad as some of the other people. His name is Al Weiss. Al Weiss coming in. Tommy Agee was also on the White Sox, but I think the next year or the year after that. Al Weiss comes in to hit here. He's a switch hitter. So he'll hit left-handed against Pappas. Here's Al Weiss. He was always a good fielder, and he became a 2 at short by 69. I don't think he played center field in 69. Always a good fielder. Okay, Weiss facing Pappas. Here's the pitch to Weiss. Switch hitter batting left. That's 311 right-handed. He grounds it to second, and that's 2 away. So, Pappas really pitching good baseball now. It's Jim Landis. Okay, Pappas gets the sign. Here's the pitch. 2-6, a grounder to short, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 for Pappas. After 7, it's 8-1, Baltimore. Well, here's Frank Baumann. A left-handed pitcher in a one-sided ball game. You've heard of Frank Baum, right? Isn't that his name? The author of Wizard of Oz? This is Frank Baumann. He died 3 years ago. Played 11 years. Pretty much a journeyman pitcher, and this was not a particularly good year. Okay, Jerry Adair leading it off, top of the 8th. Baumann is ready. Al Lopez bringing in Baumann. Here's the pitch to Adair. That's 6-4 right-handed. Grounds it to third X. That'll be Ward 323. He's already made 1 error. 323, that'll be a 9. That's 23. Can he get this, Ward? 10. Oh, he does this time. A nice play by Pete Ward. 1 away. And here's Milt Pappas. He's 2 for 3 today. Double and scored, singled and scored, knocked in a run. Okay, Pappas. Facing Baumann. That's 5-7. Right-handed. And that is a double down the line for Pappas. He's 3 for 4 today. Oh my. And that could happen in baseball. Oh my. Especially off Baumann. Here's Jack Brandt. 2 for 4. That's 5-9 right-handed. Grounds it to short. Hansen, 222. 22. And he throws him out. Pappas holds that second. 2 down. Here's Aparicio, 1 for 4, 1 for 3. Singled, scored. Suicide squeeze, bringing in Pappas. Suicide squeeze is an exciting play. The pitch from Bauman. That's 4-4 right-handed. Catcher X. JC 2-8. 16-2, and it's a pass ball followed by a foul out. So Pappas did go to third, but the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit. And 1 left. We're heading to the bottom of the 8th. Pappas has really been tough here since the 2nd inning. Leading it off, Don Buford. They're down by 7, the White Sox. And I'll tell you, what do you know? Bauman didn't allow any runs that inning. Okay, here's Pappas now. The windup and the pitch to Buford. 2-7 right-handed. He flies it to center field, and Brandt makes the catch, 1 away. Now Floyd Robinson is the batter. He's 1 for 2 and a walk. Two 5 right-handed. Grounds it back to Pappas, 2 outs. Now Nicholson. Two 6, he struck him out, Pappas. That's his 4th, and another 1-2-3. He's retired 8 in a row here in the later innings. We're heading to the 9th. It's 8-1 Baltimore. Frank Bauman in his 2nd inning of relief. And here's Boog Powell. 1 for 3, singled and scored, walked left on. Bauman into his windup. And here's the pitch to Boog. 6-5, fly ball left. And Nicholson makes the catch. Norm Seaburn is the batter. For the White Sox in the bottom of the 9th, they'll trail by at least 7, and it will be Cunningham, Hansen, and Ward. The pitch to Seaburn. That's 3-11 left-handed. Grounds it to second. Buford has it. Throws to Cunningham. 2 outs. And now Norm Seaburn. That's a lot of frickin' wins, the White Sox. 98. And the Orioles 97. I mean, that's enough to win, usually. You know? Okay, Orsino 0 for 4. 2 outs, nobody on. Here's the pitch. 5-5, and he flies it to center field for Landis, and the side is retired. So Bauman again, no runs allowed. We're heading to the bottom of the 9th. This is it, people. This is it for the White Sox. Any White Sox fans out there? Pappas Going for the complete game win. He was 16-7. Here's Joe Cunningham. Okay, Pappas is ready. The pitch to Cunningham. 1-5 right-handed, walked him. So Cunningham is on. Got to start somewhere. His first endurance was the 7th. This is his 3rd endurance inning. Here's Ron Hansen. Pappas from the stretch. That's 6-12 right-handed. Grounds it back to Pappas. This could be 2. He's a 2-0. My. Guess that means he made no errors. 11, that'll be 0, and it is a double play. No roll needed. Pappas with a beautiful turnaround. And it's 2 outs, nobody on for Pete Ward. All right, Pappas gets the sign from Orsino. He's ready. The windup and the pitch. 2-7. And that's hit into the gap. It's going to be a double for Pete Ward. A 2-out double to prolong the agony just a bit. And J.C. Martin is the batter. Ward got a nice piece of that. Okay, Pappas from the stretch. The pitch to Martin. 5-4. Catcher X. This might be the ball game. Orsino 4-13. That'll be 3-4. It's a pass ball followed by a foul out, and the ball game is over. The Baltimore Orioles win it 8-1 here on opening day for these clubs. The loss goes to Peters. He got hit hard. Pappas gets the win. He pitched great baseball. He allowed 6 hits. He walked 5. Struck out 4 and allowed 2 runs. The final line in this ball game: Baltimore Orioles 8 runs, 10 hits, no errors. White Sox 1 run, 6 hits, and 1 error. Brandt got 3 runs batted in. Bowens got 2. I'm going to give the star of the game to Milt Pappas, but you're free to do so as you please. That does the game. A look ahead to our schedule. I had to cancel yesterday, this morning's game, and move it up. Just too tired. That's all there was to it. But we have Nighthawks at 7:15 tonight. That's my regular show. Then tomorrow morning at 7:15, if I'm not too tired, I hope I get a decent night's sleep. We go back to 1969, Baltimore Orioles with Phoebus against the Angels and Keeley. And then the afternoon program broadcast will be 1911, Shark for Brooklyn and Rube Marquardt, who is supposedly named after Rube Waddell. He'll be pitching, so we got plenty coming on here. And then tomorrow sometime, We'll have Nighthawks again, and we'll have to add more games. This is the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network on the Jeffrey Guterman Network. Stay strong, everybody. I want to thank everybody who's been here, looking into the text. There's been some great people here. Kathy Harden, Rick, absolutely. Phil was here, Rhodes Scholar. Ron was here, and I'm sure if I haven't mentioned you, you were here also, but you might not have been in text. And we want to thank you all. Have a great night, everybody. Stay strong, stay well, and I'll catch you all next time.